Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video we're going to be testing out what the title suggests. As always, I should probably think of like a new intro. We're going to be testing out these brand new $5 concealers from e.l.f. I placed an order for these on the e.l.f. website. You guys know I am a little sleut for concealers. I love concealers. Concealer is probably like my favorite part of the makeup process. I'm not wearing any concealer right now. I did, however, prime and put on foundation. A little bit about this concealer. It is a $5 concealer. I picked it up off the e.l.f. website and it looked interesting to me. Again, let's reiterate, I'm a slore for concealers and I really want to give this a shot because a $5 concealer that's supposed to be a 16-hour wear concealer, that's just always gonna grab my attention. Kanye West, the dessert menu, anything saying the word green tea, the word anal, surprisingly, and a $5 16-hour camouflage concealer. Just to give you guys like an idea. I'm going to be putting it on my face. We are going to be vlogging throughout the day just to see how it wears, and we will see if we end up shooketh, as the young kids like to call it. I actually got two shades, which one I was like, okay, and the other one I was like, okay. In my mind, I got the closest shades to me, and then I opened up the mail package and I was like, sometimes I think I'm my boyfriend. I don't. This is white. Actually, I think this is even too pale for my boyfriend. And my boyfriend is, let's just say, his skin shade in MAC is paper. This one even seems too light for me. This one is light beige. By the way, I'm kind of sick, so if I sound like a middle school boy going through the cusps of puberty, that's why. The description on the website was long and I forgot it. But camouflage those pesky spots and under eye circles with this high coverage, crease resistant 16-hour wear concealer. Directions: use a wand to apply concealer to desired areas. Pat out gently with your finger or a sponge for a smooth blend. And then right under that it has the ingredients, which we won't go there. If we can talk about the doe foot, it's flippin' huge. That's one of the biggest doe foots I've ever seen. I'm getting a lot of Tarte Shape Tape memories with this product, and maybe, and I'm just gonna throw this out there, I'm pretty sure that's what inspired this entire thing. So there's my little spiel. Come closer. Oh my bebe hairs are going strong. I can't get over how big this doe foot is. It's like the size of my eyeballs. And just for scale, you guys, my eyeballs are huge. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply, that's as much as I'm gonna apply. Number one, because I think this is way too light for me. Number two, because I think this is more than enough, because just feeling it out, yo, this is thick. I am going to blend it out with a damp beauty sponge because damp beauty sponges absorb product. Also, this is all I really ever blend out my concealer with. I will say, applying it right now, blending it out, I definitely do see the yellow undertone in it, which thank God. It's not that, I mean, it is light, you guys. It's definitely light. It's not too bad. Like, I can work with it. May I remind you that the packaging did say anti-creaseless or crease resistant. Definitely creeping up in my creases, actually. Oh, wow. Okay. You definitely gotta work fast with this concealer because it's drying out super quickly. Like on my nose, do you see that? It's drying out really fast. If you ever have this problem though, a good little trick is to kind of roll your damp beauty sponge, and that helps you kind of blend it out better. It's not creasing too badly actually, which is really cool. I'm actually gonna go ahead and apply a little bit more just because I feel like I kind of want more coverage than this is giving me. And since I didn't do my usual, you know, geometric shapes under my eyes, we're just gonna go ahead and apply some more, like right here, because I want more coverage here, because I like my face to be highlighted. Do this little number as per usual. I feel like Coachella. I'm just gonna go ahead and set this real quickly. I'm gonna use my Coty Airspun powder to do so. And if I'm being honest with you guys right now, I'm not crazy about this concealer. It's really drying, and I don't like the fact that it dries so fast. Like, I feel like I have to work so fast with it, and I'm kind of a take your time, you know, like straight cruising type of person when it comes to my makeup. I like it to be a little wet also. The concealer. No sean cochinas. I'm almost afraid of baking with this concealer because it's already so dry. But I also want to put some powder on my face because I want it to brighten up more. Because for some reason, I don't think it's a really brightening concealer. It's not really doing anything for the definition of my face. Dope. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and wipe this bake off. I maybe had it on for a whole minute, like literally 60 seconds. I didn't want to leave it on for too much time because, like I said, yo, this is already a very dry concealer. I feel it. Like, it's a very dry drawing concealer. Bad news ositos. Like, that would have not been cute. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup now, and then I will check in when my full face is complete, tell you guys how it's feeling, tell you guys how I believe it's wearing, and then of course we're gonna be vlogging throughout the day. So let me just go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Alright, so first of all, I don't want to talk about what happened here, but the concealer so far, it does feel very drying. I will say the concealer feels super drying, but the coverage is good. I mean, it's not a very smoothing concealer, which is something that I also look for. I look for a concealer that kind of has a blurring technology in it, and I don't necessarily think that this concealer has that, and it wasn't very brightening. So as of now, like, I'm not going to give it a lot of earns. And again, stop staring. Don't worry about this. It'll be explained. Let's hope. As for the concealer, like, I'm not crazy about it, but it's a 16-hour concealer. I want to see how it wears. I want to see how it moves. I want to see how it looks throughout the day, basically, is all I'm saying. It is 12:20 p.m. I have a bunch of stuff to do today, so I will continuously be doing check-ins with you guys, and then, yeah. Stop staring. So, the concealer so far hasn't, creasing wise, it hasn't really creased, but it has, like, I understand how it says it's crease resistant, but at the same time I do see that it creases. Let's not bring this up again. This is a completely different video. We'll talk about that later. Or we already talked about it, I'm sure. But yeah, this is creasing. I will say this is a drying concealer, and I've had to blot consistently today, and that's something that I also have liquid lipstick right here. I'm a mess. Blotting has something that I've continuously had to do, especially in the areas where I place this concealer. So I don't know if this is a 16-hour work concealer per se. It's mattifying for sure. Like, it's almost like an extreme mattifying. And I already mentioned how I already don't like that it's not really brightening. Like, I don't like that it dries so quickly in the blending process. And it's just, I don't know, there's something about this concealer. I'm not completely sold on it yet, and I don't know if I will be. But at least for now, I'm going to test out the long wear of it, the longevity, because 16 hours is a hell of a claim for any brand. What do you think?
It's beautiful.
You think it's beautiful?
Yeah.
I'm going to say that while this concealer does hold up, it's very full coverage, it's very like thick. It wears a really long time because it's still on, and I've had it on for the entirety of the day. I am gonna say, however, that I'm not the biggest fan of this concealer personally, for me, because it is too thick and it's very drying, and I absolutely feel it on my face. It is a heavy concealer, but it is a long wear concealer, so I guess you kind of have to have that as a give and take kind of thing. What do you think?
11. Is it dried?
Yeah, I think it's too dry. That's just personally me, though. If you guys want to give this concealer a shot, I say do it, because it actually wears a really long time, and it hasn't really fallen. There's some oil peeking through, but really nothing too crazy. And I think even if set a little bit more, it'll wear really nicely. But personally, for me, I'm gonna pass on continuously wearing this concealer because I just think it's too thick, personally, for me.
You're crazy.
You think so?
Yeah.
But alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. I have worn this concealer for the entire of the day. I have these little stamps to prove it. I love you guys so very much. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in my next one. Say bye.
Bye.